Hey, good morning, guys. Randy here. This is my coffee and critters time. It's kind of a transition day for Texas weather. It's been up in the mid 80s every day for the past week or so. But today, some type of little cold front came in. Good morning. And temperatures dropped down to the 60s overnight. So I was not expecting squirrel action this morning. But I was surprised. They must have not been able to eat supper last night or because of the rain, and they're out in force today. They're hitting the table hard and heavy. Anyway, one of the things I was thinking about this morning was if I were to be a very beginner person interested in AI and want to use it in both everyday life and in business, trying to make my job more efficient, bring more value to the business, whether you're an employee or the owner. Oh, there's one of the guys. I was just thinking this morning when the squirrel that just appeared on camera. He likes the peanuts in the cup. Anyway, if I were to start over again, what I would do is I would try multiple platforms, Gemini, ChatGPT, and I can't think of the rest of them right now. Anyway, just play with the ones that are free, open to you for general everyday prompting to figure out research, searching for prices, comparing cars. That's what I started out doing, using it, just looking up stuff. The common things everybody does, what they call the copy and paste. You just ask your platform of choice to do the research on something and then copy and paste it into your life. Then you graduate to the next level where you start trying to optimize your prompts so you get better results. And eventually you work your way up to the point where I am, where you've installed a AI platform like the one I'm using is Claude. I have installed it on a standalone PC because I was concerned about safety issues, and I don't want everything on one PC. I mean, you can make your PC try to do too much stuff. So if you can, set up your work environment in Claude or choose, waiting for the caffeine to kick in, open your platform of choice on a separate PC and remote desktop into it, or if you don't know how to do RDP, look it up. It's pretty simple. Or set up a separate keyboard and mouse. You could even use the Google Chrome extension for, Chrome Remote Desktop. It's not as good as regular Windows Remote Desktop, but it will do. If that's all you got. It's much simpler to do than anything else as far as remote desktoping. So once you get past that level of setting up your first project in Claude or your favorite AI platform that will design agents for you, and you've gotten better at knowing what you want to do with Claude or again any AI. Oh, sorry, I got a blue jay that likes peanuts too, so he's waiting for another one. Oh, I hope he's on camera. I can't see the camera screen when I'm shooting my own personal. When I'm shooting this type of video where the camera's facing me, I can't switch around to the back camera easily without stopping the video. I got an upset squirrel right now. He wants the table all to himself, but the squirrel is wanting peanuts too. I told you the table action this morning is a lot heavier and fast and furious than I'm used to. So I've got about a dozen squirrels coming and going and wanting their turn at the peanut table. Anyway, so I was saying, once you get your AI platform set up on a separate PC or your local PC and you're starting to build agents, the first thing I did was just the normal stuff, thinking at the agent level. And after working on a project for roughly about a month, going back and forth trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, I had two windows open. I had the Claude Code window open to run the instructions, and then I had a Claude.ai browser window open, and I had trained it to be my mentor teacher, everything Claude Code. So anytime I ran into a problem, I would tell Claude AI what the problem was, or copy and paste the error message into it, and it would tell me how to fix it. So it became my mentor and teacher. It even chides me sometimes to take a break. So I got those two windows side by side on the remote PC. So where was I? I'm getting off track. The next step was, after getting the initial project set up and running, was to take the next step as far as enterprise grade products that are ready to ship. And as I listened to more YouTube videos about how professional AI engineers build a project, I started taking those transcripts, putting them into Claude AI, and just basically asking, hey, analyze this transcript. What best practices is he talking about that can be integrated into this project. What are the best practices and what level should an enterprise grade agent have in it? And it came back with all the stuff. It told me basically I needed to be at the orchestration level, where I have one main agent who's controlling all the other agents in my project. But at the time I didn't need that. It told me I did not need that level, but we would start out with those best practices. So that's basically where I am now. The project is fully functional. It does most of what I want it to do. There are a lot of safety guardrails in place that were suggested by Claude AI based on all the transcripts I fed it and its own research. So it is a enterprise level product at this point, and it has everything that I know so far to put into an enterprise grade project as far as safety, self-healing, and a whole bunch of the features that I don't have in front of me right now. So what does all this mean? It's a lot to take in, and if you listen to all the noise, you will feel like you are never gonna catch up or even break even on sorry, I gotta throw a peanut to that blue jay again if I scroll doesn't get it first. So here's the TLDR, too long didn't read. Stop watching all the videos and reading all the articles and all the Facebook reels saying the latest news. Here's 10 things you need to be doing. Here's the newest platform, you need to switch to it. Pick one platform. Play with Gemini, Claude AI. These are all the web browsers, web browser based ones. Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT. At that point, 4 of them was too much for me to handle, so I had to figure out which ones I liked the best, which ones gave me the output I was looking for, and then I narrowed it down to Claude.ai, Gemini, and ChatGPT. And most of the time it's just Gemini and Claude. Claude. That was unexpected. 2 squirrels got into a tussle and this guy just jumped on my camera. And he's not happy. Let's see if I can give him a peanut. Well, that was a unexpected surprise. He has never gotten that close to me. Never let me touch his hand. He's never touched me, and I never touched him. But I guess, what is it? That saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Or hard times make strange bedfellows. Hopefully that's not the last time he gets that close. Anyway, he's staring at me right now. He's watching me and watching the other squirrel. I think he's trying to evaluate what the hell just happened. See if I can get him on camera there. Oh, there he is. That's Frosty. He's got nibble marks on his ears. I used to think it was just the kind of squirrel he was, that he was just born that way, but it's looking more and more like he may have been attacked as a baby or something, and they chewed his ears off. Maybe one of his fellow nest mates did that to him. Anyway, he's calming down now. I've forgotten where I was when I was suddenly surprised. Squirrel! Shell shock. When Frosty leaped onto my hand, he dropped a shell in my coffee fiber. It's one of the hazards, peanut shrapnel. So let me start over again. TLDR, too long didn't read. Play with 3 or 4 of the browser-based free AI things to see how you can use it for everyday life. Just start it with simple problems. Ask them how you can get your electric bill down. Make it teach you how to compare electric plans if you have multiple plans in your area. That's what I did for a while. I have 7, 8 providers in the Houston area, and they're all complicated, got their own little gotchas. So I uploaded the documents that it asked for, and it compared all the plans, gave me the best plan for what I used each month in kilowatt hours. It's worked out a whole lot better. I'm saving about $30, $40 a month now off my previous bills. that kind of thing. Once you graduate from basic research, start asking it to do things for you, generate images, and do deeper research. Look at the options it gives you to do just regular, fast results, thinking results, and deep research results. I do it for deep research for a lot of economic issues going on because I'm trying to figure out where the U.S. economy is going, how to protect my assets, what to look for in the news headlines to basically help me understand and predict where the economy is going based upon historical activity. So step 2, after you get used to your free web browser-based AI assistants, I call them assistants or partners, then decide upon your favorite ones, 1 or 2 at the most, in my opinion. It's easier to keep your conversations organized and keep track of everything that you're working on. If you decide to build agents and workflows, pick one of the platforms based upon the agent you're currently using, the AI you're currently using. So in my case, I did some research, turned out that Claude Code, as of May 2026, was one of the fastest adopted platforms in business. So I was looking for an AI job. So why not build on the platforms that are being used the most? I started out with the free AI Claude program level of usage. After a week or so of using Claude AI and getting stopped out for an hour or 2 or 3 or a day because I used up all my free tokens, I graduated to the $20 a month plan, which is where I am now. Hopefully the wind isn't causing too much noise, and that's when I started getting stopped out again, building this bigger project out, running a lot of stuff through my AI Claude.ai assistant to figure out best practices, how to organize what to do first, and then I started asking how to optimize token usage so I could have my sessions lasting longer, and that progresses up to where I am now. I've got a fully functioning AI agent that will go out, grab comments and transcripts, analyze it for the main pain points the audience is discussing in the comments, give me a prioritized list of all the pain points and sorry, I thought I had a squirrel crawling on me, and the order in which to prioritize each one of these topics. It gives me a optimized title for the article and will generate the content. I then manually look over the content, make sure it fits my voice, says what I want it to say, that there's no obvious errors, punctuation, spacing, that kind of stuff. I run it through a second AI to make sure that the stuff in the article is factual. No hallucinations, no made-up stuff. It all has to be in my Claude AI, Claude Code, that is, I've told it to use everything it generates has to be based on facts and to give me citations for where it finds them. So I do the same thing in the second AI engine where I post the article and have it evaluate it for accuracy. It's working out so far pretty good. Next step is to integrate a image generator into Claude Code project. In the future, I'm going to want it to generate simple videos so that I can cross-post them on YouTube and other platforms. Something like a whiteboard. I'm thinking a whiteboard type video where I like those a lot. So if that doesn't work, then I'll find something else. And I'm also looking at building my own AI avatar because, as you can tell, I'm not the best at speaking, but my AI avatar could present stuff in a much more concise and in an educational way like Julie McCoy.